Daily God's Promise, Day 12, August 12, 2026, Happy Wednesday. It is August 12, 2026. Yesterday, we stood in the promise of wholeness, in Luke chapter 17 verse 19. Jesus told the healed man, "Arise, go thy way." We learned that faith does not leave us frozen in yesterday's pain, it moves us forward. Today, Jesus meets us in a different kind of crisis. In 2026, fear often appears in modern forms. Financial uncertainty, health concerns, career instability, family pressure, news overload, fear of the future. But today's promise reminds us that when Jesus steps into the storm, fear no longer has the final word. We anchor our Wednesday in Mark chapter 6 verse 50. For they all saw him, and were troubled. And immediately he talked with them, and saith unto them, Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. I want you to receive this as your promise of fearless presence. Notice what Jesus does first. He does not immediately explain the storm. He reveals himself. It is I, that is the center of the promise. Peace does not come because the storm disappears first. Peace comes because Jesus is present in it. The disciples were already exhausted from rowing against the wind. Then they saw Jesus walking on the water and became even more afraid. Sometimes fear comes not only from the storm itself, but from not understanding what God is doing in the middle of it. But Jesus speaks directly into their confusion, Be of good cheer. That means, take courage. Lift your heart. Do not surrender your emotions to fear. In Psalm chapter 56 verse 3, What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. Faith does not deny fear. Faith redirects it toward trust. The identity revelation, It is I. This phrase is deeper than a simple introduction. Jesus is revealing his identity in the midst of chaos. The disciples are not merely encountering a miracle worker. They are encountering the one who has authority over creation. The waves are under his feet. The wind does not intimidate him. The storm does not confuse him. And the same Jesus who walks over what threatens you is still Lord today. In Job chapter 9 verse 8, Which alone spreadeth out the heavens, and treadeth upon the waves of the sea. What Job attributed to God, the disciples now see Jesus doing. This is a revelation of his divine authority. The fear reset. Be not afraid. Jesus does not merely say, Try not to worry. He gives them a reason not to fear. It is I. That changes everything. When Jesus is present, fear loses authority. Chaos loses control. Uncertainty loses its grip. The answer to fear is not always information. Sometimes the answer is simply Jesus is here. The world's strategy control every variable. Predict every outcome. Panic when circumstances shift. Assume danger means defeat. The kingdom's strategy recognize Jesus in the storm. Listen to his voice. Receive courage. Trust his authority. The world says, Be calm because things will work out. Jesus says, Be of good cheer because I am here. That is stronger. Living in this promise today, walk in fearless presence confidence. Checkmark. Recognize Jesus in the storm. Do not let pressure make you miss his presence. Checkmark. Listen before you react. Fear reacts fast. Faith listens first. Checkmark. Replace panic with his voice when anxiety rises. Repeat, It is Jesus. I will not be afraid. Checkmark. Remember who is Lord. The wind may be strong, but Jesus is more stronger. Take one fear that has been recurring this week. Write it down. Then underneath it write, Jesus is here, and this fear is not greater than his presence. Pray over that statement today. Megaphone prophetic declarations. Declare these aloud today. Fire. Jesus is with me in every storm. Fire. I will not be controlled by fear. Fire, the voice of Jesus is louder than the wind. Fire, I receive courage from his presence. Fire, what threatens me is still under his authority. Fire, I will not panic when circumstances shift. Fire, Christ is near, and I am secure. Fire, in August 2026, I walk in fearless confidence because Jesus is with me. Today's promise: your storm may be real, but Jesus is nearer than your fear. When he says, "It is I," he gives you the reason to take courage. His presence is greater than the wind, greater than uncertainty, and greater than anything trying to make you afraid. God bless you and give you grace after grace.